Today I would be giving you some information on user journeys. So let's get into it. So basically, a user journey is the visualization of steps that are taken by a user to complete an action or to achieve a goal. So whenever a user has to complete some action or has a certain set of steps to complete and then achieve a goal, that's what it's called as a user journey. The journey of a user taking various steps to achieve something. So if you take for example over here, there's a user which is basically a persona when we look at it in a product oriented scenario. So there's this user journey which is a persona as a customer, and there's this bill payment application. So generally Johnny wants to pay his bills. So if you see the user journey, it's first log into the application, and then Johnny views bills, and then later on Johnny chooses a bill or bills that he wants to pay, and then he pays the bill. So this is a very high level user journey of the user. So when you start building the user journey, this is how it will look like. So on the first level over here, you'll have the abstract steps that is taken by the user to complete a goal. So the ultimate goal is paying the bill. So here within every lane over here, okay, for every step, there are different other tasks that can be or has to be done in order to fulfill this activity. So when we take this particular step over here as login to the app, there can be different ways in which a user logs in. So it can be using Gmail, can be using Facebook, or if he has to create an account. So there are various ways. So you need to specify and jot it down what are the different features or login features that are required in order to for the user to log in into the application. The next one is similarly view bills. So in order to view the bills, what might be the set of actions that the user would perform? So it will be search and filter. Then similarly for choose bills and pay bills. So always when you construct a user journey, first it's the high level of the user journey, and then in order for every step to be accomplished, there will be various features or various actions that will be provided to the user in order to fulfill that particular step. So this is all about the user journey. Now you must be asking me, why should we actually build this user journey? So in what ways does it help us? So here are some benefits of using a user journey map. So the very first benefit is it helps you and all the stakeholders of your project, the product, to understand the user and the journey. So the user is who are we actually providing the solution to, and their journey, what are we providing? So to who are we providing and what solution are we providing? It will give everyone that idea and that information. The second one is it helps in identifying new ideas or opportunities. That is nice to have features and UI aspects also. So when you look at the user journey, there'll be various other suggestions that you might want to include in order to improvise your user experience. So it's through this user journey you get to have an idea of the journey of the user, and then you can improvise on it. The second one is helps in identifying what if scenarios, that is alternate paths and sad paths. So sometimes in the user journey there might be certain scenarios like if the user is not able to complete a step or there's some issue in completing the steps, then what happens? What should we do? What should the user be provided with in order to complete that action? So all this you'll be able to identify when you put down a user journey map. And the next one is helps in focusing on the customer views and pain points. So when you start putting down the user journey, you start thinking from the user's perspective and from that aspect. You don't think of the journey from a BA point of view or from a business point of view. You have to put yourself in the shoes of the user, and you would start looking at it from the user's point of view, which is definitely user centric and very essential for a successful product. The next one is it helps you to understand the problem you are solving to various stakeholders. So sometimes there'll be a lot of discrepancies and confusions with various stakeholders as to what are we solving. Each one would have a different idea of the product being developed. So in order to bring everyone on the same page, It's through this user journey you can, articulate and you can explain what are the solutions the product is being, developed in order to provide. So that's something important. And the next one is helps you to identify any missing activities or steps. So visually viewing the journey of the user, sometimes there might be some activities or steps that were missed out. So by being able to visually look at the user journey, you'll be able to kind of articulate and identify and come to know if there are any missing steps. So these are some benefits of user journey. So this is an example. So here, as we've seen, this is the base user journey. Get notified is something that was missing. So once you know that the bill is being paid, the user would definitely want to be notified if it was a success or a failure. So this was something that was missing. So with this journey, you're able to identify that. The next one is you can view the bill. So the basic features are a search and a filter option, but you come to know that it's nice to have this feature where the user can view by category, view the bills by category. So then you start adding on these nice to have features. And the next one is over here. So these are all the what ifs and what if something doesn't work out. So here, unless the user chooses a bill, only will then the user be able to pay a bill. So here you come to under the realization of what if no bill is selected. So definitely you know that okay, there has to be a prompt that has to be given to the user. So it's when you have a base like this or a foundation, it helps you to set the stage on which people can give in their ideas, and you also can revise and identify the gaps, what's missing, and you can refine the entire journey and the flow. So this is about the user journeys. So there are certain tips for user journeys, so I would be giving that in the next video. So keep having a watch for that video, and if you like this video, please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel and also do share your feedbacks. Thank you.